Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm here to tell you about my new product from MyPillow, towels that actually work. Watch this absorbency test. Here's another towel that we randomly went out and bought. Here's one of my towels with the nice design. I don't know if you can see this, but you could line a swimming pool with this. I mean, this is crazy. Get rid of it. Towels that actually work. What a concept. I'm interrupting this commercial to let you know you can get our 6-piece My Towels, regular $69.98, now only $29.98. Or you can save 25% on our brand new kitchen towels, made with the same technology as our famous My Towels. Also, we have bath sheets, bath towels, washcloths, hand towels, and so much more. And the best part, with your promo code, your entire order ships absolutely free. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use that promo code to get deep discounts on all My Towels. And for a limited time, your order ships absolutely free.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning, as you always do. Last week, you were at, what was it, CPAC? What was that?
Yeah, the convention of conference for political action, which was in the National Harbor area, Gaylord Hotels down right off National Harbor, right in the district area, but on the Maryland side. And you had all the players from all walks of life there, and I was able to break away at 7:15 in the morning last Friday, and we had a nice conversation. Boy, you had everybody there from all walks of life. We had Homan from Homeland Security, Katie McFarland, some of the folks over at Newsmax. Ed Henry was with me. We had Laura Trump was there. She's likely to be one of the major leaders of the Republican Party in the future, and I hope they don't relegate her to just fundraising. I hope they really keep her on the front line, shaking hands and getting out there to revitalize the new generation of Republicans.
Right. Well, good. I mean, I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, and obviously you had a good time. You and I talked about it a little bit, and I think you even got to make a guest appearance on Newsmax or something like that.
Yeah, we did a guest appearance on Newsmax. We did one on Real America's Voices. Mike Lindell, MyPillow, had me over in his area. He's got a network of his own, Lindell.tv, and his team is putting together a whole network of their own. In fact, Lou Dobbs, formerly with Fox, is now on board with Mike Lindell, and we had a chance to talk.
So I'm talking about immigration and how we actually have had immigration acts that stop people from coming in this country, 1917, but even as far back as 1882 with the Chinese Exclusion Act. We have done this before, and we need to do it again, I think. Do you?
Well, that's a great intro. What time we have. We have got to come to our senses, Michael. The distinction of us being so benevolent and wokish and acquiescing, not only with rights and privileges within the United States, but in the world scene, is now evidencing itself. Let's take a full stop. Let's hold off on Biden for just a second and just look at what the world sees. The world sees that America is opening up its stock market to allow China to buy. You mentioned U.S. Steel earlier, and our acres of land, farmland being purchased in and around military bases and elsewhere. What we also have on the border is over 29,000 young Chinese men between 18 and 25 years of age that have already come through this border. And now we have a situation where we need to step up and have our congressional leaders take action or get the hell out of the job, and don't be scared to do it. And that's to take back land China purchased. They have no right to it. Seize it, as government does to our own people through an eminent domain. This is more of an egregious act in their intentional setup, where world's intelligence officers that are high-ranking here in the United States are saying it's not if, but when a serious threat to our nation will occur again, worse than 9/11. Now, how many times do you have to hear that on these morning news shows that we babble about and not begin to take it seriously? We've got a buildup of activity going on, not only at the border, but you've got Putin this morning threatening nuclear bombs in Ukraine if they keep it up this year. This is talk that would never have been tolerated by Donald Trump.
No, you're exactly right. And of course, this is the number one issue in the land today, regardless of whether the Democrats want to discuss it or not. People are figuring this out without the help of the national news media, who has pretty much ignored this issue for the last 3 years. But now all of a sudden, you're starting to see them, sort of have a news story here or there about it. They're starting to cover Donald Trump a little bit, talking about the border. And so, what we've all known, what we knew in the beginning, which is that he signed numerous orders backing up what all Donald Trump had done in office, pretty much negating what he had done, stopping people from seeking asylum and coming to this country. They had to stay in the country that they were in, like Mexico. So many things that they did that sort of stopped the flow of people across the border. But now I think the liberals are starting to realize that their plan, while it's working for them, it's not working for their politics.
It's not working for their politics, and it's not working for the nation. You had on the media side, Rachel Maddow from MSDNC News just the other day talking about, almost brought to tears when she comes to the realization of the likelihood of Donald Trump getting reelected, and that he will become a lifelong dictator of this nation.
Right.
Well, he's only going to have 2 terms unless something major happens. If Donald Trump is smart, and I think he is, his choice for the vice presidential candidate will be one of his biggest moves, so as not to encumber himself or the nation or surround himself with people who aren't loyal and trustworthy. He's got to find that loyal and trustworthy person, and then he has to find a person that will perpetuate the good leadership and strength of leadership that he himself has. That's going to be a magical pick on his part, and probably one of his most important decisions earlier on in the beginning of his second term.
I think you're right. That's an important, because why? Because he can only serve 1 term. So whoever he picks is going to probably be the eventual Republican nominee coming in the next term. I get you. I follow you. And I think that's a point that we hadn't really talked about.
No, and that's why in the beginning I was so frustrated with this conflict that developed between him and Ron DeSantis. Think about it. You'd have Ron DeSantis in place without the adversarial tones, being picked by Trump as Trump's number 1, Trump's vice presidential choice, learning the ropes at the federal level for 4 years for a natural handoff at the end of Trump's second term. And that would allow DeSantis 8 more years, 2 terms beyond. It would have been beautiful.
Well, and it still could be that, because look, Ron DeSantis has backed out of this race. He's endorsed Trump, and so, now he's ready to go after the Democrats. So he's doing it the right way. Now, on the other hand, Nikki Haley, she has messed in her nest.
Yeah.
She's just not going to be anything in the Republican Party anymore.
Yeah, she did it to herself on this one.
Gee, you know what I heard? I heard this from a Washington insider yesterday. The reason why she is hanging on is because she is probably going to be the presidential nominee for the No Labels group. That's why she's hanging in there.
Have a ball. When you've got Biden's poll numbers dropping to 28%, 22%, and Trump at 57%, Trump's ahead by 35 points on the number 1 issue, the border. And here we are with the White House calling these illegals now newcomers coming in. No, Haley did it to herself, as you first said, and she's in for a fixin'.
Man, I love that. Newcomers. Boy, these guys are wordsmiths. They try to do anything but say what it really is. And that is, these are illegal immigrants that are breaking our laws to come into this country. They're just newcomers. What are you talking about?
Connect the dots. Georgia student Laken Riley, who died because of Joe Biden's policy, found dead, raped, and massacred right on a popular campus jogging path. Let me tell you something. The man went to the border and he disgraced the nation's policies by not even acknowledging her. The man needs to step down and step out of sight and allow good leadership to kick in. And I submit to all of you, look at the inner circle around Biden, starting with Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, and we can name 24 more. They are the deep state that have caused as much of the problem.
Let me just say that, of course, there is a problem. Yeah, I agree with that. But I think that Nikki Haley could cause some problems for Donald Trump if she is the no labels. You know, you could run into a situation. Look, I don't think, first of all, Joe Biden's not going anywhere. He doesn't want to go anywhere, and they can't make him. So he's not going anywhere. And that's who we really want Donald Trump to run against. We don't want him running against that goofy new scum.
Yeah.
The California governor. But Haley, don't kid yourself. She could cause him some problems.
Well, here's my take. Here's my take in what limited time we have. We know that she's going to pull votes away from Trump, but she will also pull votes away from Biden. But because of this serious reduction in Biden's support, I submit there's the sleeper. Here's another sleeper cell. It's those Biden voters that are now going to say, I've had enough. I can't go with Haley. Let's do Trump.
Yeah. Hey, thank you so much. Have a great weekend, Gene Valentino.
Take care, brother. Take care, everybody.